How's it going, you guys? So the Kayano Lite looks nothing like the regular Kayano, but does it still provide that same cushion and support? Well, after 100 miles, I'm ready to give you my full review of the ASICS Kayano Lite. So let's start with the upper. With a thin external plastic heel counter and a nice midfoot lockdown, my foot wasn't going anywhere once it was in this shoe. I had no heel slip, no toe box sliding, nothing. Not only was it secure, but it was also comfortable. I feel like lately a lot of companies have been taking away tongue padding or plushness in the upper in general. ASICS definitely did not do this. The tongue is pleasantly padded, as is the ankle/heel collar. It's almost as if your foot is wrapped in a soft pillow. So this would probably be a pro if I were reviewing this in summer, but the mesh in the forefoot is very open and very breathable. But in the winter, this lets in snow, water, and cold air, making my feet colder much easier. But again, this is more of a seasonal con. Alright, now let's move down to that midsole. With the Eco Content Flight Foam, not only is it better for the environment, but it's one of my favorite flavors of flight foam. I found that it wasn't super firm, but also not super spongy. It was a nice balance where I got a little squish when landing, but I felt a bit of responsiveness during the toe off. Getting rid of the firm medial posting and plastic truss stick system really helped make this shoe more enjoyable for me. You don't have any firm, stiff elements holding you back, yet it's still good at helping reduce overpronation. Not only is this because of the wide platform and the geometry of the midsole, but the outsole also works with the midsole thanks to the extended piece of rubber that helps make it a little less flexible underneath the arch. While I did say I really loved this version of flight foam, I would have liked just a little more bounce to the shoe, but maybe I've just been running in a lot of PIBA based midsoles too much lately. Alright, now let's move down to the outsole. With 100 miles on this shoe, there is a little bit of visible wear, but with how thick this rubber is, you should be able to get 500 miles out of this outsole easily. So even though all this rubber helps with durability, it does add weight. It isn't a huge issue since this version of the Kayano is still 2 ounces lighter than the Kayano 27, which puts it on par with a lot of other daily trainers. Okay, so now let's move on to the run type stoplight portion of the review. The first run type is speed day, and the Kayano Lite gets a red light. So unfortunately the Kayano Lite isn't great at doing speed work. So while it definitely is possible to do it in the shoe, I think a shoe that is much lighter and specifically performance/speed oriented would be way better. For everyday runs, the Kayano Lite gets a green light. So for normal everyday mileage, I love lacing up the Kayano Lite. The miles always felt enjoyable and the durability of the shoe doesn't hurt either. For long runs, the Kayano Lite gets another green light. So as long as you aren't doing anything fast, the Kayano Lite is great for long distances. I really liked how the stability elements were there for when my form started breaking down at the end of a long run, but then there's also the plushness and cushion that just kept my feet very happy through the whole run. Finally, for recovery day, the Kayano Lite gets another green light. With such a comfortable and stable shoe, logging easy miles felt great. It feels super smooth at slower paces, and it even started to steal this spot from my Clifton 7 on those days where I didn't want something super squishy and wanted something a bit firmer. So with the Kayano line not doing anything super crazy over the last 27 years, it's really nice to see a modern, supportive, cushioned, everyday workhorse from ASICS. Not only is it friendlier for the environment, but with the hidden stability elements, this shoe is great for those who need support, but also neutral runners. The cushion and durability with the Kayano Lite make it great for almost any type of run, just don't take it on speed days. Thanks for watching my full review. I do plan on getting the ASICS Glide Ride too. Subscribe so you don't miss that. And as always, keep on running.